Wander with us for part 2 of Wander Open Roads in Paris, France.
Bonjour.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Miko.
And we're
Wander Open Roads.
Hey, so thank you for joining us. We are in beautiful Paris, and we are at the Louvre.
The Louvre. Yes.
Which is totally awesome. Definitely on your must-see list. We're having a great time, right?
Oh, yeah. We actually just came out, so we're just kind of taking a break, just kind of taking in the scene before we head off to our next destination.
All right, let's go.
So we actually started off our day in definitely kind of a spooky type of Paris attraction, the Catacombs of Paris. These are underground tunnels that hold the remains of more than 6 million people.
6 million?
Yeah, 6 million. Yeah, that's a lot. It's pretty crazy. And these were formerly ancient stone quarries. And back in the late 1700s, they brought some workers in, and they decided to use this as a solution for the problem of the city's overflowing cemeteries. And this has actually been it was open to the public in 1874, and it has been a tourist attraction since then, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think that this would be something that people would want to do, but honestly, if you're in Paris, you can't leave without going to the catacombs.
Yeah, it was definitely very unique. Been to a lot of places, never seen anything like this. For me, I mean, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I mean, you were literally walking through these tiny little caverns, and they're like just bones surrounding you.
Bones on top of bones on top of bones on top of bones. I mean, I was actually not creeped out by it. I was just kind of fascinated by it because in some areas, I mean, they are really creating like a work of art. It's with skeletons, but it's still a work of art.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, that was something that the workers just kind of took it upon themselves to do. They weren't instructed to arrange the bones in any particular fashion or order, but I think they were down there for so many years working on it, and they were just kind of bored and said, hey, let's do something fun, and so they artistically arranged the bones, and it's pretty unique. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, never seen anything like this, and the sound of it is crazy, but I mean, I was intrigued, and I mean, it definitely met my expectations. I mean, I really kind of didn't have an idea, I'll be honest, but once we were down there, I was actually pretty impressed.
Yeah. So definitely a must-see in Paris, and I will report that when you were down there is no smell. So that was something that kind of worried me a little bit, but no, there is no smell. It's just, right.
And it's actually cool in the tunnel, so be sure to bring a jacket.
Yeah, definitely. So after that, we checked out the Arenas de Lutis, and it is, I guess, among the oldest remains of ancient Paris. This was actually constructed in the 1st century A.D., and it was an ancient Roman amphitheater that could, at one time, seat 15,000 people, and it was used, for the gladiators, for the, in the gladiator combat. So yeah, pretty neat. You don't see this every day, right?
No, I mean, it was actually pretty interesting. We had lunch here, which is kind of an interesting place to have lunch at. There's lots of people around. You can walk up through the arena itself. But it was a very cool place to stop.
Definitely. So we went to check out the Pantheon, which was a really awesome building. It's a monument now, but it was originally built between 1758 and 1790 by King Louis XV, intended to be a church dedicated to Paris's patron saint, whose relics were to be housed in the church. So now it's a monument. There's a lot of art. It's, I mean, just a really beautiful space.
Yeah, this was definitely an impressive piece of architecture.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not just the art itself, but the building was just gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's a must see. I mean, it's just really gorgeous. So I would check it out.
And even the other buildings in the surrounding area. Again, the architecture is amazing. So we didn't go in the other buildings, but just that kind of courtyard area was just really nice to hang out. We walked through this building. We probably covered every inch. There was so much to see. Just amazing art, monuments, murals. It was just beautiful. I mean, just amazing how all of this is put together.
So one thing to do in Paris is definitely go check out some of the observation decks. This was one in the Montparnasse Tower, and you know, it's probably the tallest out of the observation decks that you will go to, and the views of the city were spectacular.
Yes, make sure you go all the way to the top, because that is the best part.
Yeah, definitely. So of course we had to check out the Louvre, and I mean, hey, the Louvre is the world's most visited museum. It is the world's largest museum. And any trip to Paris, you definitely have to spend some time in the Louvre. I mean, you could probably spend 2 or 3 days there, I'm sure. There is so much to see there.
Of course, the most popular thing to see at the Louvre is
Mona Lisa. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece. It is a beautiful work of art, but there is so much other great stuff to see in the Louvre. I mean, it's great, but you know, it is definitely not all there is to see and do in the Louvre. Please believe that.
But it is the first thing that you want to see, because the lines will get so crowded that you may not even get in the room. So just like us, many of us ran there first so that we could be first in line to see it, to make sure that we saw it before we left the Louvre.
I mean, yeah, we actually were able, we were able to get some video and pictures, where we didn't have 20 people in front of us.
Time with Mona Lisa.
Yeah. I mean, we were probably there for 10 minutes or so, and we were, right next to the rope, as close as you could get. But I guess at some times you can't get. You're in the back of the room and you're waiting an hour or more just to get, within 15 feet of it. So yeah, definitely go first thing in the morning.
Yes, first thing in the morning, and that's the first thing you go. Now, we did go to the Louvre as part of our Paris Pass.
Yes, definitely. And we have another video coming out where we're going to talk about all of our Paris travel tips and, the things to do and not do. And that is definitely something that we recommend. So we will be talking about that.
Yep, so make sure when you visit the Louvre that you bring your walking shoes.
Yeah, definitely.
And have some snacks, because you will be there all day.
Yes, you will. So one of the things that was really thrilling to me was their Egyptian collection, and it was just fantastic. So that was definitely a highlight for me.
And it was actually very thorough as well. There was just so many pieces there.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed by that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey guys, so if you like what you see, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
And be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we release new content.
Definitely. So I'm not sure what this is officially called. I called it kind of the sculpture garden, but yeah, this was pretty awesome.
This was probably my most favorite part of the Louvre.
Really?
Yes, because
Wow, okay.
it was the lighting, the
Yeah.
sculptures. I mean, I didn't even feel like I was in a museum anymore. I just felt like I had traveled back in time and I was in a palace.
Yeah,
I loved it so much.
yeah. So definitely make time to check that out. So we did do the hop on, hop off big red bus tour in Paris, which we've done in several major cities. And,
Yes.
you know, it's always something that we like to do, especially when we have several days to cover, because it just really kind of gives a nice overview.
Yeah, I like, it's almost like a bird's eye view of the city, but not quite.
Yeah, and they had all of the different tours in different languages. So you put your headset on and you can get it in English, and it tells you about all the buildings that you're passing and all the history. So yeah, really nice.
And again, this was part of the Paris Pass.
Yes, it was.
What I really love about these big red bus tours is you really get the drive-by experience of all the highlights of what a particular city has to offer. And you can ride around a few times, and then when you see things that you're interested in, you can easily just get off the bus, go explore, and then hop back on. So to me, it is really the best way to see a city, and especially Paris.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of get that preview, and then you can decide, hey, you know what, I want to take a closer look at this, or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing. We highly recommend it.
Well worth it. Champs-Élysées.
So if you like shopping, the Champs-Élysées is definitely the place to be in Paris. This is one of the top attractions. It is visited every day by nearly 300,000 people.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
It is. Yeah, so I mean, I know you had a good time there, right?
Yeah, I mean, they had just about every store that you can imagine. Now, I'm not a big shopper, but I do like to window shop. So there was so much to see, just all the brand names, that you always hear about. And, if you wanted a brand name bag, this was definitely the place to go and get it. Now, I did take French when I was in high school, and I'll be honest, the only thing that I remember from French was the Champs-Élysées, because we sung the song. So it was very awesome to actually be there in person and sing the song. At the end of the Champs-Élysées is this fabulous monument.
Yes, the Arc de Triomphe is a very famous monument in Paris. It was built in the early 1800s, and it's basically a war memorial. And one of the things that I think a lot of people don't realize is there is an observation deck on the top of the Arc de Triomphe, and we went up there, and there were some fantastic views of the city. Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely one of the better locations to see the whole city.
Yeah. I mean, because you truly get you're right in the middle, and you get the true 360-degree view. Yeah, of all the different avenues. I mean, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, because you're just right there at the center of
you are.
All the avenues coming together.
Yep.
So as we continue to tour Paris on the Big Red Bus, we pass all of these cute little sidewalk cafes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, and we actually went to a few of them, and I mean, the food was excellent at all the ones that we stopped at. So yeah, I mean, that is not just something from the movies. That really is a thing. Yeah.
Gives you the total Paris experience.
Exactly. Which is, it's good food, plus it's nice to people watch, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out our camping apparel and accessories at shopredsquare.com. We also sell on Etsy and Amazon. The links will be in the description. Thank you.